shits and giggles, and how nobody noticed it was me. I went down in the elevator and I shaved everything off. I had a cup in front of my face, kind of like, oh, this is feeling bad. You know, I don't think we're going to get in the elevator. This was a creepy guy in the back. And I was able to escape through that way. As I was walking down the hallway, these kids were sitting there going, oh, God, Jackie Chan's here. Just walking down the hall, you know. And I guess I was skinnier than what back in those days. So when I heard I was Jackie Chan, I was like, oh man, I got to keep going. And just followed after me. Jackie Chan.
You know, I still got rid of him. Just trip over here. So that's not Jackie Chan.
What I wanted to do was I put the cup down. I went and looked at him, gave him that smile. Oh, secret now. That's what you mean, Jack. Just sign this one. Now they handed me the program books, and I went ahead and I wrote down, you know, to so-and-so, Steve, written out. So later on, it's some jerk, you know. Yeah, so I get in there, and I'm sitting next to Masa Kirikatsura, the creator of DNA Square and Video Girl Art. And he doesn't even recognize me in the dark that I'd shaved everything off. And so I had like 90% of the costume on underneath my regular clothes. So when it came that time, I just quickly went up, put on the clothes, and got up on stage underneath this big white sheet. And what it was is it was the Zozai, which was played by a guy.
Yeah, that's...
And Queen Beryl, played by a girl. I've captured them finally. They're my prisoners. Here they are, Queen Beryl. And we got marched up on stage, you know, underneath the sheet gets pulled back. We're all striking those poses. Ooh, you have captured their sailors. You have captured their stunt doubles.
Spaceballs, yeah!
And the rest of the cast was, we had a couple more of the Zozai Jedi's and whatnot, and they were all played at that point like girls.
Oh, it was like a knockoff, it was like a parody on Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. And then our sailor, tuxedo mask that comes in to rescue us real quick was the wife of Zozai. She comes out and she's a tall woman star, but she almost looks like a guy from the front, so to speak. And Zozai, I mean, that's Zozai, sailor, tuxedo mask. And Kathy was her name, the bride, but the white, her husband played Zozai. Kathy was 9 months pregnant with her first child. Pregnant tuxedo man. So here I am standing there doing this pose, and I kept tipping over because the high heels I couldn't stand it. But that's how it got started. Next thing you know, people were coming up to us going, we feel, you know, because other guys started dressing up Sailor Bacon, Sailor Bubba, Sailor Bubba from an anime set.
I was going to say, I was like...
And they all took it from us doing the Sailor stuff.
Are there pictures of this
They started calling it
event?
Sailor Moon Men for the long time.
Can you give a link to pictures for this?
Now of course we have that was the thing. Back then, no digital cameras much, and very few people were actually bringing cameras. So if there are actual photos out there, they're kind of far and few in between because nobody was expecting a bunch of guys to do this. But I think we might be able to find it. I know that there was a picture of me on the net floating around where I looked like, where we looked like two Civil War generals. We're in our uniform of our Sailor Moon costumes, but I still had the beard and thing and whatnot. This was what I carried in the reverse picture. I have a cigar in my mouth. It looked like Grant pointing out the battle tactics on the map. And the Sailor Mars, Sailor Mars and Sailor Jupiter at that point still had beards on their faces as well. So it was pretty funny stuff. Anyways, that was my big long boring story.
Straight to YouTube.
Mix and mingle what you got. So we're like that. Come on, mingle now. So hopefully we're keeping you entertained. Yeah, they're hanging out. They're trying to be anti-social. They're hanging back there.
As long as you're not that side, then these people are going to work amongst us.
That's right. And his image, of course, is
I just realized I was like,
I thought I saw a ninja. I'm not sure anymore. And I thought I saw a Catboy too.
you don't see a ninja without dying. So.
Thank you, good joke earlier.